What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Steelers Rewind here on Penn Live. I'm Nick Farabaugh here with you guys. First day of training camp is officially in the books, and so let's talk about it. Got Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Johnny Smith, Mike Tomlin after practice, Patrick Queen talking about picking off Aaron Rodgers, which was fun to talk about. Basically a disguise. PQ was in the A-gap, fell out into the flat, buzzing in the flat. Rodgers tried to hit Metcalf on what would have been an open kind of hook curl area, and PQ was right there, picked it off. Rodgers said it was nice to get it out of the way. In general, Aaron Rodgers, I think, just looks like a quarterback finding his surroundings. I think learning his teammates, learning what they do well, learning the kind of route combinations and how DK Metcalf and others run their routes, especially DK. I think that is a work in progress. He and DK were off a few times, but then again, it is quite literally the first day of training camp. It is July 24th. We are going to be out here 3-4 more weeks, and we are over a month away until week 1. So that's kind of interesting to me when we talk about what that is going to be like. But Rodgers was fine today. Mason Rudolph was really sharp today. He looked like a guy that's kind of been around here, knows what this environment's like. It's nothing new to Mason. Will Howard looked solid as well. Him and J.J. Goldbreath and Montana Lamoise Craig have something going together. They've had something going together since the spring. So that's nice to see him kind of settle down, settle into himself. He looks solid. Caleb Johnson can fly when he gets into the open field. I'm not really going to talk about run game stuff because there could have been big runs, if you will. But kind of tough to tell you what's a big run when you're not in pads, and who could shed blocks and who could do this and who could do that. One thing I can tell you is that Caleb Johnson has some serious build-up speed, and that 40 time that he has doesn't represent what he can do down the field. This guy can be an explosive back. It is easy to see in person. He can fly. I thought today was a really good day for this defense in general. Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slay, all playing around the formation. Ramsey playing at safety, nickel, and outside at different parts. TJ Watt moving around the formation. There was one play he started as a wide 9 and came inside to the B gap, and then they sent Patrick Queen behind him on what would have been a sack. That was really cool. He was over the B gap. He was over the left side. He was over the right side. He was all over the place. I think, matchup hunting this year, it's finally here. The Steelers are starting to matchup hunt on defense. It's been too long. They should have been doing that for a very long time, but better late than never. And so I think that's real positive for this team. In terms of guys kind of down the depth chart, really good day for Sebastian Castro. I know a lot of people have hyped him up. He's playing as a second-team free safety. Him and Quindell Johnson were flipping back and forth. Johnson had a pick on a tip ball that went behind DJ Thomas Jones from Skylar Thompson, so that was a nice play by him. But Sebastian Castro playing a little bit in the box, a little bit in the slot, and some free safety. Looked good, made some plays, was in and around the ball. I was impressed by some of what Sebastian Castro did. I think he's a good football player. Listen, they don't add anyone to that room. He's got to be the favorite, in my opinion, to make the team. Even though I don't think he's a natural free safety, I think he has to be the favorite to make the team if they don't add someone to that safety room. I anticipate they will, but even still, he's a guy that is someone to watch. And then the other thing that was interesting to me was their kind of belief in Roman Wilson. They've talked about it, but it showcased itself on how he was utilized today. We were talking about him playing potentially in 11 personnel. He was the slot receiver in 11 personnel, but he also was the second wide receiver in 12 personnel. It wasn't Calvin Austin. It wasn't Robert Woods. It wasn't Ben Scarron. It was him. And so Roman Wilson legitimately has some legitimate clout, I think, to kind of work with right now. So it's something to watch. We'll see how he performs. There wasn't a lot of activity in the passing game. Really, the only pop in the passing game today was a 25-yarder that Rudolph found Darnell Washington on today. But Roman Wilson being utilized like that, I thought was pretty fascinating, actually. And then the last thing I really did want to note was a few banged-up players. Obviously, as I say, I'm always banged up. Cordell Patterson seems to be banged up. He didn't practice today. Johnny Smith was out here and then changed into street clothes. He's day-to-day per Mike Tomlin. And backup center Ryan McCollum also a little banged up. So those are the injury updates right now. All right, folks, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell for more. I will be back with the podcast later today.